What do you guys think, now that we're talking about kind of the global pandemic situation, what do you think data science looks like um, uh, in the next couple years after hopefully we get a vaccine or some things like that? Is there going to be changes in the industry? Um, you know, what does the landscape look like after this happens, if there is a change?
So definitely now companies will start giving they'll set up a policy to do work from home more often. Because understand right now in this particular situation where there is a huge lockdown, and companies who have offices, they are hired some very costly offices, and because of that, the loss that they are actually facing right now, what company will be focusing on, they'll try to motivate work from home due to this incident. And it is said that we have to live with this pandemic event. uh, it is not just going to get over quickly. We have to live with that. We have to stay with that. And probably because of that, most of the organization will now support work from home in an extensive way. And what I feel is that recently from past 2 months I'm doing work from home, my productivity has increased. So that is the
Mine
most
too.
better thing
Yeah, same,
that I
same.
can feel of. So productivity is gone up, like this up, complete up, because there's no one to disturb me, there is no one to talk to me, right? In offices you talk to people, you go for tea, you go and chit chat, you do a lot of things. Now you're just focused. I have to complete the work within 5 p.m. and just go and do our own work that we have. So
Absolutely.
considering that, I think this is the approach that may be taken in forward.
Awesome. What do you think, Shannon?
Yeah, so I also agree with Krish. And in terms of academia is concerned, so university before the pandemic, there was a big problem, like how could we ever create digital courses? How could we make the transition to be fully online courses? So the pandemic pretty much changed everything. And so that question is no longer a question. So it's a must do for all of the academic. And so therefore, a lot of the young researchers, what they have to do now is to create online courses that would normally be in a traditional setting. And so what would do is they would have to learn how to film, how to video edit, how to make animations. So a lot of the things that they have been putting aside before the pandemic. So it becomes a must-do scenario. And so
You're the go-to guy now, right?
right. I'm like maybe the only one who's like on the YouTube, right? And now there are many other academics and my peers. Now there are also YouTubers teaching what they have to teach. Yeah, so it's
Very
pretty cool, right?
Awesome. I agree with you both. The work from home is incredible. I think I saw that Twitter recently made a policy where their workers can stay working from home in perpetuity. They can do it forever, which I think is an inevitability in a lot of companies. And companies that don't do that aren't going to be quite as successful.
I heard that Google is also paying $1,000, $2,000 to the employees to buy all the materials that are required for the work from home.
That's so cool.
Awesome. Oh, the
Man,
furniture.
that is awesome. I think in general, there are going to be less jobs across the board, but I think data science is set up really well because it is the type of work you can do from home. Anything that is programming based. I mean, you should collaborate in data science. I think that's an important part. But with advancements like with GitHub or any Git type of infrastructure, you can collaborate with other people really well and really easily. And you don't always necessarily have to be face-to-face with them. You can work over Slack, we can work over these other technologies. So the advancements in technologies across the board have been things that make it so that data science, I think, is an awesome career, especially post to this whole situation.